So what happens if you don't have a trusted individual to make either financial or health decisions for yourself? It's a good one. And we're going to get to that in just a second. But first, I'd like you to think about a close friend of yours. And maybe someone in your life has already gone through some struggles when a what-if scenario creeped into their lives. But maybe you could have made it better by sharing this video. We appreciate it, as will your friend. I'm Valerie K, an estate planning attorney in New York and New Jersey, and we're here to educate everyone for free. So please drop your questions for us, and hopefully together we're going to help some folks along the way. Now, if you don't have a family friend or someone that you feel is properly suited to make either medical or financial decisions during your life or thereafter, there are a couple of options. In most states, your options are limited to either a professional fiduciary, such as an attorney, accountant, financial advisor who is able and willing to serve in that role, or any kind of professional, right? That feels comfortable taking that on. The other is a corporate trustee. Corporate trustees have become much more prominent in the last decade or so. Many banks and financial institutions now have what they call trust departments. However, it's important to know that corporate fiduciaries, and for the most part professional fiduciaries, take on the role of either maybe executor or trustee, where they're dealing with the culmination of collecting assets, paying expenses, and then handling the finances thereafter, distributions to beneficiaries. But they do not typically take on the other important roles which relate to you during your lifetime, and that is a financial power of attorney or even a health proxy in making financial or health decisions if you're not able to do so. And those are really very critical roles. So where does that leave us? Unfortunately, if you don't have designated parties or can't find a professional corporate fiduciary to take on those roles, which again is uncommon, then if something does happen to you, there's either going to be someone who is a proponent to the court to become your guardian for either health or financial decision making. And worst case scenario is that you become a ward of the state so that the state can make those choices on your behalf. There is one alternative option, and it's not available in very many states as far as I understand. I think California is definitely one, and maybe Arizona and another. I'm not sure. There's 2 or 3 states that allow or have what's called a professional fiduciary as its own career choice, and there's like a license for it. Those fiduciaries, as I understand it from my colleagues in different states, especially out in California, is their role, their career, their job is to serve in these capacities to help people who don't have trusted advisors. And they do typically take on various roles, including those health and financial during the case of incapacity and the management of the day-to-day of those things, which is much more cumbersome than maybe just handling the assets at the end of days. So those are sort of your options and what would happen if you don't have someone you can designate. I hope that you've learned something new here today and that you choose to share. And as always, please take care.